All right, hello, and welcome to the third episode of the Left Wing Fruit podcast. As always, I'm Lucas Jackman, and I'm accompanied with Slater McRae.
Hi.
And Jéreymi Longprey.
Yo, what's up?
Fuck. That's how this is gonna go, eh? God damn it.
Oh my god.
Alright, well,
Alrighty. So, man, hey, how about that new Suicide Squad movie? I'm excited for that Suicide
are
Squad.
we actually using this as the intro?
No.
Oh, absolutely.
This is actually gonna be the intro.
Dude,
No.
absolutely.
No.
Why not?
Cause I don't know. I feel
Why
like
not?
that was bad.
Hey,
It's just the most forced podcast ever.
No, I think
you can't just shake your neck. Like,
Jéreymi's shaking his hand, saying, "No, we should cut it. We should cut this. We should."
I say carry it forward because there's nothing greater, and then just actually just being real. You know, like just being as real as saying, "Yo, what's up?" That's real.
Jéreymi just looks so
That is
confused
real.
right now. He's like, "What is going on?"
It's a bird.
Like-
It's a plane. It's Lucas Jackman. Let's start this podcast.
All right, let's do it. So, like you said, Suicide Squad. It's coming out in the next couple weeks here. What are we thinking about that? What are our thoughts right now?
Man, great looking. I'm excited for it. Though Batman versus Superman didn't get a lot of.
fucking sucked.
Yeah, there you go. So that's
Jéreymi sums that up for us.
But my only problem with this one is whoever did the artwork
For
the
Joker.
logo.
No, for the Joker, dude.
Well,
Whoever made the Joker is a fucking idiot. Like, it's so bad. Like, it looks so bad. Like, actually, I don't even know.
You don't like that? You don't?
No,
like, you
I
don't
don't like
the
it.
look? Why?
I like the old Joker, like from
Heath
the
Ledger.
Batman. Yeah.
From the Batman.
Yeah, the
From-
Batman.
I like the Joker from the Batman.
Yeah, like
The Joker from the Suicide Squad.
The one
No,
that-
only the one from the
with
Batman.
crazy ass, like long fucking hair.
Heath
like,
Ledger.
So
I
Heath
just
Ledger.
told you
that
this.
guy.
You like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was good.
But yeah,
This guy looks fucked though, man.
That's
Yeah, but
the
that's the
point.
point. He's supposed to look like the Joker, like some crazy.
He doesn't look like it though. I think the other one symbolizes the Joker. Like Heath, whatever his fucking name is.
Let's say it one more time.
Good old-
Wait, does he sound both of you? Just to say it one more time. Heath. Say it. Pronounce it with me. Heath Ledger.
Ledger.
There we go.
Yeah, he's like the face of the Joker.
Yeah.
This other fucker, I don't like it.
He's the. I think he's right, but he's the face of it. But if the personality, I think Jack Nicholson has the greatest Joker personality. But I think Mark Hamill has the greatest Joker voice.
The best Joker voice, yes.
Yeah.
But going back to that, Jéreymi. So you say that Heath Ledger
Yeah.
is sort of the perfect Joker in your eyes, but for
I
a
like
lot
the
of-
look. I like the
yeah,
look.
you like the look of that, right?
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, when they had seen the original Batman, I don't know when that came out. I think it was in the 80s with Jack Nicholson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when they heard that Heath Ledger, who had previously starred only in sort of like romance movies and stuff like that, and he starred in Brokeback Mountain, was going to play the Joker, a lot of people are like, okay, this is going to be awful. I do not like the look of it. I do not like anything. And then when the movie comes out, it's boom. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I think right now, like, sure, this is all just assumptions.
I think the look is more. I don't
So you're not
know
a fan
about
of the look,
no, not
of,
the look.
of Jared Leto's Joker right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the rest of the trailer, though? What'd you feel about?
The art logo I hated. Whoever did
Yeah,
I hate that.
I think it looks really cheesy and
Yeah.
corny and, like, doesn't really fit the tone of it. you know?
It looks like, you know what like scene people, like scene girls, scene boys are, like those people that listen to like metal and they like dye
Oh,
their hair.
yeah.
Like that's what that. It looks like someone just threw like a bunch of paint on some like metal or something, and then like boom, there it is. The skeleton's going like its tongue out, like it's stupid.
Yeah.
I like the concept.
The concept's cool.
Yeah, the concept sounds really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Villains being the superheroes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
correct.
No, but like,
From
I don't. It's just like.
Ain't that neat?
No, from what I've heard, basically the plot is that the Joker is taking control of the city and like everyone is like panicking and stuff like that. So instead of sending in the superheroes who could potentially die, they're sending in all these villains who they don't really give a shit about if the Joker kills them or not. They just, it's kind of like like, what are we gonna do with these guys? Okay, well, we might as well let them have their chance to take down the Joker. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that could be completely false. I could be sounding like a complete idiot once the movie comes out, but that's what I heard it's about so far. So, and I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty sweet, and I think Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn looks fantastic.
Her voice doesn't suit it, but I do enjoy her.
Yeah, the look.
Just in general.
That too, yeah.
And I quite enjoy her.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about Will Smith being Deadshot?
I feel like he's gonna bring when I think of Deadshot from like when I played Arkham or like I've read like a couple of his comics, but like when I've seen him and like I'm thinking more of like he's bringing a more serious tone to it, where I'm thinking more like a kind of like quirky guy, because like I remember seeing like the cartoon Justice League when I was a kid, and he wasn't as like serious and like didn't have that tone as Will Smith does, but I feel like Will Smith's gonna make that guy pretty badass.
When I think of Will Smith and superheroes, I think of Hancock, and then I kind of cringe a little, and I realize, oh, this could be a failure, Suicide Squad. But I'm hopeful. I think that it should be pretty good.
I think they screwed up the Croc.
You think Killer Croc?
Oh, I think they screwed him up.
You don't like the look, or you don't?
I don't like the look of him.
Oh,
it's too CGI for me, but like I feel like there wouldn't be much alternative for it, but
yeah, I
feel like they would have made him a lot more intimidating.
I kind of like that they're using Killer Croc in this movie. Like I agree. I agree that it may look a little bit CGI, and like in a few years it might look a little bit dated and stuff. But I like that they're going with sort of villains that we haven't necessarily seen in Batman movies. Because with the Batman movies, we had Scarecrow. We saw him in all 3 films. Yep. With brief glimpses. We had Ra's al Ghul, which we saw Batman Begins. We had the Joker, obviously, and then we had Bane, right? And Catwoman. Oh, and Two-Face.
Yeah.
But those are some big names, but not necessarily all of them. Like we haven't seen the Penguin since
I'd love to see him
a long time ago in Batman Returns. We haven't seen the Riddler in anything since Batman Forever.
Man, I think it's gonna be hard to bring the Riddler back after Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Because I still don't know what that was.
Yeah. That was a movie.
That's like that was a movie.
Yep, that was a movie for sure.
That was put together. Someone made a budget for that. That is out there. George Clooney was Batman. Let's just all let that sink in.
That was, and they had the bat nipples.
You know, I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
And the credit card. Do you remember that with the credit card for the Batmobile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
That was rough. Jéreymi, have you seen any of those movies?
Like the old Batman?
No.
No?
No.
What superhero movies have you seen? Have you seen all of the Dark Knight trilogy? Like Batman Begins, Batman the Dark Knight, and
for some reason,
Dark Knight Rises?
Whenever I start watching a Batman movie, I always get interrupted and never able to finish it. I'll watch half of it, and then I'll restart it, and then never end it. Never. Like,
so you've seen the beginning like 50 times, is what you're saying, but you've never made it to the end.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like something happens, or like I just get distracted with something, and I just never end up finishing it.
So I'm gonna scenario here. The Dark Knight. What was the last part that you've seen that you can remember? I'm assuming you made it past the bank heist.
The last part I remember.
If he says no,
that's a little worse.
The last part I remember is the school bus.
Buddy made it 5 minutes into a movie. Yeah,
right on.
Congrats, Jéreymi. Congrats.
No, that's the last part I remember. I don't remember much of the movie though. It was a while ago.
Can you do your best? Give me your best Batman voice. I want to hear your best Batman voice.
No, you don't. I don't start. I should go last.
Okay. All right, Lucas, want to start?
I'm Batman. Where are the hockey pads? Alright, you're absolutely.
It's bad though, because like I don't base my Batman voice off of Dark Knight. I base it off those college humor sketches.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Fishy, no.
I think you'll be better than his.
His impression.
I'm Batman. That's not bad. That's not bad.
That was pretty good. Okay, so what superhero movies have you seen, Jéreymi?
Hancock.
I have seen. I used to like that as a kid.
Hancock?
Yeah, I think it was just like because it was as like a kid, it was funny for me.
R-rated movie too.
Yeah.
It was kind of edgy. Drunk superhero.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then Deadpool happened.
Yeah, and then Deadpool happened.
Well, that was like this year.
I fucking love Deadpool. I thought that was great.
But I used to watch like the old Spider-Mans.
Like the Tobey Maguire ones?
Like on the VHS.
Oh, like the cartoon ones.
No.
So the Tobey Maguire.
Oh yeah. I had both.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of those?
Oh, I haven't seen them in so long, but I used to love them.
Did you make it through those ones? Or
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. I did. I own the copies. So.
Oh.
There you go.
Wow, the VHS copies, eh?
Yeah, I don't know if I still have them. I might.
No.
But, yeah.
I've a question. What's the worst superhero movie you've ever seen? Just
worst,
like you went into that movie thinking, man, like can't wait to see this superhero like do all this crazy stuff. And you walked out like, man, that was complete garbage. What did I just waste my time on that?
For me, I would probably have to say Hancock. I got it for my birthday. I was like, oh, cool. Like Will Smith, he has a good track record for the most part. Popped the movie in, and like I honestly don't remember a thing from that movie. It was so forgettable. It was one of those movies that like just did not have any lasting impressions.
Every Incredible Hulk movie I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah, the 2003 Incredible Hulk was awful too.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Actually, not just every Incredible Hulk.
I never actually seen the Hulk.
You're not missing much.
I saw bits and pieces. Like
I
don't know why. I'm a bits and piece guy with superhero movies over here.
Jéreymi, bits and piece long career.
You watch the first 5 minutes. That was all right.
Yeah, that's a good movie. That good. Okay, have you seen like any Marvel movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
His favorite parts were the opening credits.
the little intro where the comic book flips.
The Avengers.
Okay, you saw the Avengers?
Yeah.
Did you see Avengers 2?
Yes, I did.
I was very disappointed with Avengers 2, to be honest.
I liked
I
liked how the superheroes were fighting against each other. How they had their own squad.
I think he's talking about that's Civil War. That's the third one.
No.
Oh wait, no. That's fair. There was a part in the second one where they were fighting each other.
A little bit, yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean a little bit? Thor fucking came in and starts like hammering his eye.
Yeah, but they did that in the first one too.
No, not each other.
Yeah.
Well, that was Thor. It was Thor versus Iron
Thor,
Man.
Iron Man, and Captain America.
No, he just came to break it up.
No, they were all fighting.
Yeah, but
not really. Just those two.
Yeah.
Those three. We said 3 names there.
Captain America came to break it up.
Yeah, but he still used his shield to block the...
Congratulations. Was he attacking anyone?
I don't know.
No, that's not a fight.
Those movies
it's not breaking up a fight.
Marvel movies
Okay, tell me this. You're in a bar, and some guy literally comes up and starts punching Jéreymi in the face, and they start punching each other.
Yeah.
And if I were to come in between them and split them up, am I in the fight? Am I fighting these guys?
If there's I think if there's a punch thrown at you or you throw a punch, then yes.
So you're saying that
like,
I come in...
Like for instance, I mean use hockey as an example. If I am in front of the net and someone drops their gloves and punches me in the face, I would consider that to be, I was in a hockey fight because he punched me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Nobody punched Captain America.
Yeah, but Iron Man doesn't
punch. He blocked
punch.
him with a shield.
He uses his like freaking Iron Man fist things and shoots the little laser out of his hands, and then Captain America blocked it.
Yeah,
to part of the fight. He
got in between it and blocked it and stopped the fight. That's what I'm saying. He broke it up. He wasn't.
He also threw his shield. I do remember that because then it came back.
Distract him. Like, hey, knock it out. Stop it. Stop fighting. Know why? Because he's breaking up the fight. Because he doesn't want to be part of the fight.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, Slater. And I'll let you have this one. As long as you let me have the next one when Kieran's on the podcast, you side with me. That's what we'll say.
I'm not promising.
Okay, do a side note here, just before we continue talking about Marvel and stuff, because I have some good points for Marvel. Do you think Kieran's going to listen to this podcast?
Absolutely not. I think he's going to read the title. He's going to listen to the first 2 minutes of it, and he's going to say, wow, everything goes to shit when I gone, so I'm never going to leave ever again. He's going to think, wow, Jéreymi was a great addition, and then we're going to have to do something about that Lucas fella, because he's becoming trouble. He's, you're going rogue, buddy.
Yeah, I've been consistent. I've been, so far, out of all of us, the only one that has consistently been on every podcast.
What a shame.
Yeah. Sorry to the listeners out there. Anyway, back to Marvel and stuff like that. So you saw Civil War, you've seen the Avengers, Jéreymi, you've seen the first Avenger, the second one.
Yeah.
So you've seen all the Avengers and Civil War. What do you think of Civil War? I haven't seen it yet, but I don't want to see it because it doesn't follow the comics. What do you think?
I completely forgot what about the movie. Yeah, I haven't really. My thing.
Did you see the first 5 minutes at least? Or?
Yeah, no. The thing with me with movies is I forget about what happens in the movie. It's like I get distracted during the movie, and then I just forget about it. Like
I think you're a very forgetful person because
I remember bits and parts of movies, but I don't remember a whole movie unless I've seen it many times.
I don't think you remember movie titles either, or like what movies are about, who's in the movie. I don't think you really give a fuck about movies in general. No offense to you, but
I think I like it as an entertainment at the time.
Yeah. The reason I say that is because me and you, we went to go see Zootopia, but you thought Zootopia was a completely different movie. And we sit down and we're in the theater and the first trailer that comes on is a trailer for The Secret Life of Pets with Kevin Hart. And you turn to me and you say, wait, what movie are we seeing? And I said, we're seeing Zootopia.
To be fair, I would have definitely made the same mistake. I definitely thought those were the two same movies when I saw the first trailer. I was
like,
I just thought I saw the dogs. Like they were just.
I just saw
all hanging out
and
like,
cartoon
Yeah,
animals.
I didn't see. I didn't listen. I just kind of saw like a picture. I was like, oh hey, I guess it's the same movie or something. I don't know. I haven't seen either of them.
Oh damn it! Zootopia was great, by the way. I thought it was awesome.
That's pretty good.
I
liked it.
I killed myself in that movie. That was one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. I think the reason I laughed so hard though is because a lot of the jokes they were geared towards like kids, but there were some adult jokes in there too. But you were sitting there silently, just like, damn, I wish I was seeing this other movie with Kevin Hart. Meanwhile, I'm killing myself because I'm like, Buddy's at a movie that he didn't even want to see. This is so funny.
Actually, I ended up enjoying it though.
I have a story about a good buddy of mine. He's probably the craziest guy you'll ever meet, named Rowdy Rob.
Rob.
Me and Rowdy Rob decide he's a burly fellow, red hair.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not really, no. I'm just trying to hype him up.
He's red hair, that's all. He's not a burly fellow.
Ladies, he's single. Nice red hair. He has freckles, and he works with pheasants. Anyway, so he
knows a lot about birds, by the way,
and electricity.
Yeah.
Anyway. We're going to see a little film. Me and him, big Trailer Park Boys fans, and we decided, hey, we're going to see the new Don't Legalize the movie. Came out on April 20th, I believe, 2 or 3 years ago. No, 2 years ago. Definitely 2 years ago. And so we go to see this thing. We're like, all right, this is going to be huge. Like, this is going to be so funny. And we were 17 at the time. And it was like rated R. We were allowed in. We're like, hey. It was really, but like we bought our tickets and we're like, hey, we're getting into this thing. Like, we're going to see this movie. So walk in. The very end of the hallway, there's a nice working lady telling us, yeah, you can't come in the movies without IDs. So Robert looks at her, and I'm trying to play it like, oh, sorry, we left our IDs in the car and stuff, and it's like she kind of picked out the weaker link and like looked them in the eyes. He's like,
at Rob.
he looks at her. He's like, I'm 17. Is that close enough? And like she's just like, no. Like, what do you mean? Oh, it's only like a few. Yeah, get in there. No, like. So yeah, we didn't see it, but we ended up seeing Grand Budapest Hotel, and probably one of my favorite movies.
That's a great movie.
Really like that movie.
I wonder if Rob has tried that with anything else, like tried to get into a bar or something like that.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm 17. Is that close enough?
Oh man.
I wonder if he's tried that. He probably has, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, it probably started when he was like, he went to he was wanted to go on a roller coaster, and he was like 5'0", and he was like, the height limit was like 5'2". Like, is it close enough? And like the guy probably looked at him like, no, you're an idiot. Like, didn't get off the line. That's another thing though. He does this thing with his arm where like he stretches it all the way out, but like he kind of bends the elbow, and like his hand is facing like just straight forward, and that's how he like talks. He kind of talks like he's asking you questions.
It's kind of like he has a serving platter on his hand, and he's holding it like serving guests and stuff. Like should I?
It's like
he's gesturing it out for them. Like would you like an appetizer?
But instead of it going forward like this, it goes side to side like he's rapping. It's like Eminem on 8 Mile. It's like I don't even know. It was so man. He's a crazy character. That guy should be a superhero. Rowdy Rob.
I can see it. What would his superpower be? Electricity and could speak to birds.
That's you'd be Pheasant Man.
Yeah. Oh, Pheasant Man. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Rowdy Rob,
the Adventures of Pheasant Man. Actually, I'll have a photo that we can probably, hopefully, pull up for the.
Yeah, we can link it.
Yeah, Pheasant Man. That'd be great.
Okay, speaking of superpowers and stuff like that. So Rowdy Rob's a superhero now. If you were a superhero, what would you want your power to be?
My power.
Yeah. We'll start with you, Jéreymi.
I was actually thinking about this.
Oh, are you? You're prepping for the podcast, eh?
Yeah. I think teleporting.
Teleporting, okay.
Definitely,
That would be very useful.
Because you could do anything.
Yeah, you can go anywhere.
Well, you can
avoid any situation,
anything, but you could teleport to all these different places. So
you could do anything. You could like teleport into the thing, like the event, or.
Yeah, but I don't think teleporting wouldn't let you speak Chinese, so you couldn't learn how to speak Chinese by teleporting. But you could teleport to China to learn, but
yeah.
It's not gonna do. It's not gonna. Teleporting can't do anything.
Like, yeah.
I just want to, like, we're going to do our own thing, but I'm going to name superpowers for you two as well.
Okay,
because I feel like that's going to be a
we'll
good
do
thing.
We'll do that after.
You could rob a bank teleporting.
You could.
You can,
but
yeah.
Have you seen the movie Jumper? Probably not, because...
Have not?
Yeah, you don't really give a fuck about movies. But the movie Jumper, they do that, and then he kind of gets caught in the end. So
teleportation, though, is definitely cool.
Teleportation is really cool. I really liked what they did with the Wink in X-Men Days of Future Past. How she could use that thing where she like throws the teleportation bubble and throws the other bubble, and then it's kind of like the game Portal.
Yeah.
Where if you enter the one portal, you exit the other one. I think that's super cool. Slater, what about you? What would you?
Well, teleportation is definitely up there, but man, that's honestly the best one. But I'm gonna throw a curveball. Some consider him a superhero, though it's more of a anime-based show. Dragon Ball Z. I would love to be a Super Saiyan because he can do all those things. You can like his powers where you can just shoot things. He can fly. Like you can teleport. You can do it like read minds. Like
not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
Practically God. Like
I'll just teleport into a gun store and then.
Well, you know what?
Teleport out and then take it, and then just go berserk.
I think we have a serial killer on the loose.
I would go to a gun store and then go to school.
Jesus. Oh. Why do we always go to such dark places on the podcast?
Hey, at least I'm not like Kieran.
Hey, I didn't
VR.
say school.
At least it's not like Kieran with his VR child porn.
Yeah.
And I just said berserk. I didn't say on anyone.
Just berserk. Yeah, you're just gonna shoot some trees and shit.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Hey, what do the trees ever do to you?
Trees.
Whoa. Not nice.
How about the ground?
Yeah, shoot the ground.
You just see me shooting the ground.
Okay.
There's actually I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but there's a shotgun. There's a gun where like if you the shells and replaced with like they have metallic bullets and shotguns where they spread out. Yes. They shoot them into the ground and they actually have seeds that they plant into the ground. So you can shoot into the ground.
So is this like the new technology for farmers? Is like to get the job done quicker, they just shoot stuff?
Yeah,
redneck farmers in Louisiana.
So, it's to avoid the farmer's daughter can't be dating anybody. So the farmer doesn't actually shoot the boyfriend. Seeds. So he's trying to shoot seeds instead. Yeah.
All right.
What's your power, buddy?
I think mine would be probably to freeze time. And the reason I say that is because if you've ever seen the show Heroes, I think the best character was Hiro Nakamura. That was his name. And he could freeze time and time travel eventually. But when he freeze time, it was just really, really badass. I was like, man, I wish I could do that. And he would always do this thing too, where he'd have to really, really concentrate, and then all of a sudden he'd close his eyes and then open them really, really slowly, and everything would just be frozen. And he'd just be, whoa.
You could do some naughty things.
Yeah.
You could freeze time.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to change mine quick. I want to just combust just out of nowhere. But like I'll come back to like I get my pieces back together like it's nothing. But like I just want to be in like a public setting where it just internally just combust like over. Everyone's just like, what the hell just happened? And then I just come back. Whoa, that was weird. Wow, that's crazy.
So you do it just for a stunt. What would the benefit be though?
Oh, just pure laughter, pure enjoyment. It might hurt every time, but I'll get a good laugh out of it.
Magician over here.
Yeah, exactly. Just oh god, it's that guy again. He's like,
interesting choice.
Obviously, only if I could control it. If it just happened randomly, that'd be annoying.
Yeah. Okay.
I like superhero movies. I like the Incredibles.
Hey, I like The Incredibles.
That's a very good movie.
I can't wait for the second one to come out.
So
what's that again? Like 2017?
I think that's like 2017,
Yeah.
2018. I think it's 2018. 'Cause 2017 was that like untitled new project that they're working on, Pixar, and then they're coming out with The Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
And then it's like another untitled project, and then it's probably gonna be like WALL-E 2 or some shit.
I don't think they're making any more sequels after Incredibles 2. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm
Like
sure.
sequels of the old movies.
Okay. I'm
sorry.
sure.
Yeah,
No, they're doing Toy Story 4.
No, but that's before the
That's a
Incredibles.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
coming
sure.
out before?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
So
they're
is
making.
that the one that's coming out next year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure they're making some bullshit Cars movie again.
Yeah, like it won't be cars though.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
It'll be like trains because they've made planes and they've made
even
like,
better. Yeah.
boats or some shit.
Yeah, they won't get sued by Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about like
Okay, so
ski-doos?
Just specifically ski-doos.
Or like scooters.
Scooters.
Scooters the movie.
yeah,
They can't actually speak English. They're only dialogue.
And
Scoot.
And then they make a ride at Disneyland.
where you're standing on a scooter that
Yeah.
moves for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
How
that's
innovative.
some next level shit right there.
This is the future, people. This is 2016. We're bringing. Oh man.
So with
No, bring it back to Incredibles. Though.
yeah. So you made a comment.
Yeah.
About The Incredibles 2.
Yeah, like for a Disney movie.
Do you think it's gonna pick up right where the first one left off?
Yes.
It will.
Has to. Come on.
That's true. That's complete bullshit.
It
That
wouldn't
would
make
be
any sense.
that would be the equivalent of how The Amazing Spider-Man 2 ended, which is, by the way, actually like runner-up for
Yeah, that's
shittiest
a pretty
movie I've
bad
ever
one.
seen. I hated that movie. That was a bad movie.
That's pretty bad.
The whole like dubstep, Spider-Man, like what? Like why would that happen? In what world?
I'm a fan of Jamie Foxx, but that was probably one of his worst movies I've seen. Like,
Hey,
it was rough.
if you ever just want to cringe at Jamie Foxx, watch him sing the national anthem for the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. Oh my god, that was bad.
I'm blaming on
Alcohol, baby.
Okay, but no, bringing it back again to The Incredibles because we keep
getting
going on this.
sidetracked.
So you do think it's gonna start off right away?
Yeah,
From where I left off.
because I think how long people have been waiting for it. It wouldn't just make sense if they just like started it like 5 years later, and then they're like older and shit. Like,
Yeah, that's true enough.
Why not?
What
Why
do you
couldn't
mean,
they do
why not?
that and then just like reference like
because like how it
flashbacks of,
ended, I remember how it ended. It
Yeah,
ended
and it's
with
with the
them.
Underminer coming up, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm the Underminer," ha ha ha, and then they all just like go charging, and they're like, "Well, it looks like we gotta do it again."
Yeah, I think that's how it's gonna start.
I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna exactly start maybe at that exact scene, but like,
But, like end of the fight kind of thing, and then
Or
like,
yeah,
like,
and then
they're
yeah.
yeah.
No, but if you had to choose incredible power, what would it be?
Like from The Incredibles?
Yeah.
Speed. I'd for sure do the speed. I think the invisibility would be cool, but it wouldn't be as useful as I'd think it would be. You know, whereas speed, I could totally like fucking like vroom.
Yeah, I'm being that baby. I'm gonna light myself on fire. I'm gonna combust.
What was the baby's power in general? Like
It was like he can turn like
it did like everything.
it's like a fire. Yeah.
I think they might like introduce show how much more he can do.
Well, yeah.
Because they didn't really.
See, the thing that I was gonna say is I think it's gonna be a little bit. Well, actually, I can't take that back. But I was gonna say I think it's gonna be a little bit more in the future, and then you see Jack kind of grown up a little bit. But I guess they already had two teenagers
I like
in.
super
Yeah.
strength.
So maybe they'll just keep him as a baby.
Super strength. Yeah.
That would be cool.
I just made a very dumb statement.
You did.
Um,
I just kind of accepted at this point.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you-
I'm gonna name some superheroes. So you guys, I've been thinking about this for about half hour now of what kind of superheroes you guys would be.
oh, when
what
you
your
mentioned
powers
it
are made?
last, when
Well,
you
no,
mentioned it.
actually, I thought about this way before. I just thought I mentioned it
Oh, okay.
during.
Yeah.
So Jéreymi, you're literally your power is literally like you're gonna see a hill and you just roll. Like you just get into a sphere and you just roll down this hill.
That's
all you can do.
What's your reasoning for that?
The reason?
Like, yeah, is there like some...
Hell, I just think it'd be
funny. Some story about Jéreymi rolling down a hill or something?
No.
Or is it just you woke up one morning and was like, wow, like Jéreymi...
No, I was just thinking about this for a half hour and like, man, what would just be like, just funny? Like, you just see like...
slow half hour Slater.
Hey, you're gonna like yours. So just Jéreymi's gonna like walk down, he's gonna see a hill, he's like, man, I don't really want to walk down this hill, and just gets into a sphere form, like, I forget, there was a...
It's like the scene from the Simpsons game
So
where Homer becomes the big and slow.
Yeah, that's what I think.
So my power is only good when there's a fucking hill.
Pretty much.
It's what you're fucking saying.
Hey,
he lives in Alberta or Saskatchewan.
Here's a plus though.
Ah, shit.
Here's a plus though. Like you can, if you're like, maybe you're like on a lake or something, you can float. You can just kind of float on there like a little beach ball. Like use them like a beach ball.
Yeah, but that's not a hill. That's a lake.
Hey, yeah, you can float. So like he just
so
goes into a
adding
sphere.
To his power. So
well, no, you can just be a sphere at all times. Just be a sphere, yeah.
So is he a sphere at all times?
Not at all times. He just whatever he wants to turn into a sphere.
He can control it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And Lucas is...
I can be someone's beach ball.
Yeah, it's sick, man.
Is he the same weight as he would be?
Oh yeah, no, he's completely like he's what he is now. He just engulfs.
Scratch that. You're not
I'm
a
not a fucking beach ball for anyone.
You break their arms. Be a quick game.
And Lucas's superpower is he gains the chromosome he lost at birth, and so he can he can choose direction and tell time, and like
yes. Oh, that would come in handy in my life.
Oh, it
Thank
would.
you, Slater.
Hey, no problem, man.
Thanks for the gift, man. We got beach ball and chromosome.
No, it's literally just.
I like
just
beach ball
better,
boy.
It's Beach Ball Boy and Better Lucas.
Oh, better.
I'm kidding.
That's a good name. What do you think Slater's would be?
I'm liking the combust one. I'm pretty sure you guys can't think of anything better than the combust one. That's pretty good.
For some reason, I envision you having some powers with like a piano. Like I envision
everything I touch is like a tone like.
I don't know. I just for some reason piano just strikes me like you'd be the piano man.
So at night I turn into Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Sing us a song, you piano man.
So
Jéreymi, what do you think?
Yours would be?
Yeah.
You know what, man? I don't even know, because your fucking combustion thing is so stupid. I just...
You think the Beach Ball Boy is better?
No.
He has some great ideas tonight, guys. Like,
hey, Kieran's is literally just his fist can like leave his body. He just put his arms like this and shoot his fists out.
That's somebody can do that.
Yeah, this is.
I know.
What is that?
I don't know.
That?
I've seen that.
I've seen that before.
It's some robot that does that.
Oh, is that Cyborg? No.
No.
I don't think it's Cyborg. It might be Cyborg.
Maybe. Speaking of Cyborg.
Look
at that little segue. So here's a list of all of the upcoming Marvel movies and DC movies in the next 10 years. And I was going to go off of... That's why I brought it back to The Incredibles earlier. Is I was going to say, are we getting too many sequels and like superhero movies? Is the superhero movie kind of dying right now? So here's the list of movies first before you make your comment. Okay. We got Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Infinity War Part 1, Infinity War Part 2, a Deadpool sequel, the Wonder Woman movie, Justice League Part 1, The Flash, Aquaman, Justice League Part 2, Shazam, the solo Batfleck movie, and Cyborg.
Affleck.
All in 10 years. Plus Incredibles 2. Do you think that's too much? Like,
we've had Spider-Man in 5, like, what?
I've never even heard of 3/4 of those superheroes.
I don't blame you.
It's like, do we need this many superheroes at this point? Do we need this many superhero movies? I think
the Spider-Man's a little bit ridiculous.
Well, yeah,
we've moved that so many times.
I know we've done it so many times. I think all of the Part 1 and Part 2 for like the Justice Leagues and stuff. Like, sure, we haven't seen that before, but it's like, do we need?
Well, I feel like
so
the whole
like
I feel like the whole like Captain America and then like the Avengers have to follow if they're gonna continue like I don't think they're just gonna end it. Like they can't just keep.
See, like, okay, I agree. Like you have to find a good place to end.
Yeah, you can't just end it thing. On a random like.
But this is the thing. It's like comics. They go on forever. Like, they never end. Like, if a hero dies, he'll be brought back eventually.
Yeah.
It seems like movies are going down that road too. It's like you never kill off your main character, so we're never going to see the end of these superhero movies. I feel like they're going to be here for like the next 50 years because the superheroes are just going to keep like evolving and adding new people into it and like replacing each other. Like Robert Downey Jr. is going to step down and Don Cheadle's going to come in and like all this stuff's happening and like well that's not actually happening but like all of these characters are going to get replaced eventually and we're going to see Iron Man movies for the next like 50 years probably because it's just like it seems like for some reason people go back to these movies over and over and over again even though the characters are never going to die. And that's the thing, that's the reason I didn't go see Civil War is because the Civil War comic, basically, spoiler alert for those people that haven't read it, basically what happens is in the end of the Civil War comic, a bunch of the characters die, including Captain America. He dies, and then Bucky, the Winter Soldier, he takes Captain America's place. And then it's basically setting up for the next phase of the Marvel movies, right? Or that's what it's supposed to. And same with the comics. It's set up for the next phase of the comics, right? What happens in this fucking Civil War shit is Captain America... he is supposed to die, but he doesn't, and he sticks around because he has 4 more movies on his contract. So then now we're going to get 4 more Captain America movies with Chris Evans before we even replace him. So it's like, there's no stakes to these movies, and that's the thing that I get really upset about when I'm watching these superhero movies. Is it's like, okay.
Well, think about Star Trek. Like they've switched Spock and oh my god, why am I blanking his name? Captain Kirk. Like they swapped their deaths.
Yeah, I know, but see, that's
he's back. Like
it's a little bit different. Like, I guess it's not any different. Okay, the main.
I know what you mean. I agree with you.
Yeah, I guess the main issue with movies and TV these days, especially superhero movies, that's just what I've seen mainly, is that there's no stakes to these movies. You never are on the edge of your seat, like, oh my god, these characters are gonna die because they have a contract with 4 more movies on it. Yeah. So you're not in an intense movie like Civil War where it's supposed to be stakes are high. These characters are fighting. You don't know if they're gonna live or die, right? There's none of that because you're like, oh well, like we know that Captain America's coming back for the next Avengers movie, so like he's sticking around, and like same with Black Widow because she's in the next one. She signed up for the Black Panther movie and like all this shit.
I think it's just because it's the fan base. There's so many people that like it.
It's directed at the kids too. Like the kids are, but if like their hero dies right in front of them, they'd be like, what?
Yeah, it's true.
It lose money. It's all about money nowadays.
Oh yeah,
understandable. But look at Star Wars. Jéreymi, I'm not going to say who dies, but in Star Wars Force Awakens, they kill off one of the main characters in that movie.
I know who dies.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just because people spoil things.
But
I've never seen Star Wars.
Anyway, okay. Yeah, but in that movie, you had a character that, like, we didn't need to drag on any longer. We didn't need to see more and more of that because it's on to the new chapter. We're on to these new characters.
Hell, he wanted to be off in, like, the second movie.
Exactly. He wanted to die at the end of Empire, right?
Yeah.
So it's like... that's how movies should be directed, is so that like this, you never know what's going to happen, and if there is a new branch of these films, like this new generation of Star Wars, you're funneling out the old characters while bringing in the new ones so that we can fall in love with these new characters, still have the nostalgia from the old ones, but then eventually the old ones will kind of have their time and pass, and we will just have these new characters and introduce more and more new ones.
I agree with you, though. I just want to say, like, I'm pretty excited for the way, like, Marvel's going. DC, it's probably gonna be real hit and miss.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna base my decision if it's a hit or miss or not, depending on Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But one thing about Marvel I haven't actually enjoyed, and I used to really enjoy them, were the X-Men movies, and I do not enjoy the new X-Men movies that much. No.
Did you not like Days of Future Past?
I wasn't a huge fan. Like I liked Quicksilver. He was cool. He was like I thought he was a good character. You know,
Quicksilver was the best part.
Hugh Jackman's always just Hugh Jackman. You like,
yeah, he is Wolverine.
Yeah. I don't enjoy. I forget his name. I don't enjoy the new Xavier. Patrick Stewart absolutely killed it, and I don't think he's
James McAvoy.
Yeah, he's irreplaceable. Jennifer Lawrence, I cannot stand her as Mystique. I don't know what it is. I just can't. They gave her such like a big leader role, but like that's not what Mystique.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about the newest X-Men movie, X-Men Apocalypse, is that with Jennifer Lawrence, because she's such a big star in Hollywood these days, they gave her more screen time as her sort of looking like Jennifer Lawrence rather than looking like Mystique.
Yeah.
The reason we're paying to see this movie, X-Men, is
to
see the mutants.
Yeah.
We don't want to see just another Jennifer Lawrence performance. We want to see her as Mystique.
And I'll be the first to say I quite enjoy seeing Jennifer Lawrence. She is a beautiful human being, but I want to see her in the blue scales and the red hair. That's how I want to see her in the movies.
I do think that the one good thing about because I'm a big fan of the X-Men like stuff that they're doing right now. Like I thought First Class was pretty good, and I thought Days of Future Past was great. I thought Apocalypse was not too good, but I still enjoyed it. Like I still found entertainment from it and stuff. But I think that the one character that they have nailed completely is Magneto.
Yeah,
I thought Michael Fassbender. I think he's one of the best actors in Hollywood, and I think he's one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood. I think he kills that performance.
Oh yeah, he does a great job.
He is Magneto, and he.
I didn't see. I haven't seen Apocalypse. How is Sophie Turner?
She was good.
She was good.
Yeah. Like, it was just one of those movies that like you watch and you're like, okay, that was good, or like that was okay.
Okay.
But there's nothing crazy. Like she didn't have a standout role to me. But neither did any of the characters really, right? Like all of it was just kind of like you're watching it and you're enjoying it, but like it's one of those movies that again you leave the theater and you kind of just forget. Yeah. And I feel like that's with a lot of these superhero movies these days. I think the two best examples of ones that leave you with lasting impressions are Deadpool, which the reason why it leaves you with a lasting impression is because it's never different from the norm, you know? Like the normal superhero movies, it's like they follow the same formula over and over and over again. Deadpool kind of flips it on its head, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it, we're just gonna do our own thing, you know? Yeah. And so that was one of the movies, and then the other superhero movie that I thought killed it like that was Kick-Ass, and that's that's probably is my favorite superhero movie.
That's literally the only movie I enjoyed Nicolas Cage in.
Yeah.
Big
Daddy, man. Big Daddy, he kills it. But honestly, Kick-Ass is kind of like Deadpool, where it kind of takes the superhero formula, follows it slightly, but flips it on its head and does something completely different. Like that scene when you first see Chloe Grace Moretz get shot by her dad. It's like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, and then all of a sudden he's like, she like takes the bulletproof vest off and he's like, oh, okay, Daddy, let's go for ice cream. And then she's like fucking swearing her head off and everything. Yeah. It's so different, and that's why I like it. Yeah. Unlike Avengers and Avengers 2 and Avengers 3 and Avengers 4, where it's all the same formula. You're basically seeing the same fight, just with a different villain.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, though.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm excited for that one.
I enjoyed the first one, and so I'll probably go see the second one.
Is it bad to say that I'm not really looking forward to the movie as much as I am the soundtrack?
Well, I think the soundtrack killed it in the first one.
Dude, the mixtape. Oh man, awesome. I rock that every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's great.
What's I'm feeling, man?
Ooga chaka.
Okay, we're not gonna see it. Anyway,
speaking of I can't speak. Speaking of superheroes,
what's that chromosome?
Yeah. Yes, give it to me, Slater. Give it. What is your favorite superhero?
Ooh. Can you go? I was trying to hear yours.
Yeah, mine's Batman.
I figured.
But okay, the reason I'm such a big Batman fan isn't necessarily just because of Batman. I think it's the origin story of Batman, the villains that he faces, just the overall like when you think of superhero, if you think of Batman, it's more than just the character. It's like the villains he faces, his story, his dark past, everything.
Batman doesn't have a superpower though.
He doesn't have a superpower, but that's the thing. It's like that's why I like him, is because
he's like a superhuman, I guess.
No. Well, he's trained. He's very martial arts based, but he's just very rich.
Yeah.
Then he can buy.
And he has lots of
neat old gadgets.
But he is a superhero.
He's like a military version of James Bond, but more badass.
Yeah. He kind of is, actually.
Yeah. I consider superhumans to have like a certain power that other humans don't. So, Batman doesn't have that.
So you're saying you want me to pick one without?
Are you talking? Oh yeah. So
no, I'm just trying to.
I like the question was, what's your favorite superhero? I would consider he's definitely a superhero.
Yeah.
Because he's going out fighting crime and like he's a vigilante.
Exactly.
But
what happens if I did that?
What, you did that?
Yeah,
you're a superhero. You're a vigilante. If you're telling me you have a Batmobile and you have all those gadgets and you're fighting a dude with makeup and who like cuts people's lips, then like, hey, you're a superhero in my books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree. You are a crime-fighting superhero. What about you?
Like if you're walking around town, like there's a difference. If you're doing that, you're a superhero. If you're walking around town just going, "Hey, Batman," then you're probably like something's wrong with your head. Like
they're probably high on something.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you want me, Jéreymi, to pick a character that has powers, I would probably say like the Flash or something.
Like you like Speed, eh?
No, I just think the Flash is a cool character.
Well,
Flash,
he's definitely cool. You said Speed too for.
Well, yeah. I said for the Incredible question, yeah.
Mine would definitely be Wolverine.
No, I'm just
Wolverine.
He's badass. He can regenerate. He has those claws, and he's just jacked. Sickest sideburns ever seen, and he's Canadian, and that's what's
like
important.
You, yo.
Just like me. No.
the
only Jackman I ever liked.
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm joking, man. Except until you grow claws out of your hands, then you're kind of less cool. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
And until you sing in Les Mis, then yeah,
that's not happening.
That's
I got cut from the grade 6 play because I couldn't sing.
Hey. Well, you know what? You were a great tree.
I was tall Alice, but thank you.
Fair enough. Anyway.
What about you, Jay?
I'm gonna stick with like super strength, and I'm gonna go with the Hulk.
You like the Hulk? Your favorite guy is the Hulk?
I just like how he like
smashes
like,
shit.
I don't know. It's just
Hulk
like
smash.
It's just like he's not a pussy.
Fair. Fair
Like,
enough. Yeah, I mean, hey.
Which
Which
superheroes would you call pussies?
That's actually true. but like he's just like, I don't know, it's just like he's just
Spider-Man. I'd say Spider-Man's a pussy.
He's kind of a pussy, but he's pretty badass too.
Nah, dude, he's a pussy.
I think he's pretty sick. Like,
get over it. It's just your uncle. Yeah, there's really none that's actually like, I'd say like, hey, you're a pussy. Like,
I'd say Ant-Man's kind of lame.
Ant-Man? Really?
That's kind of lame. Like
well, I mean, he wasn't.
I wouldn't say he's necessarily a pussy character-wise, but like to have that power, like that's kind of lame, you know? Like if it's like, oh, like thinking of crazy ass powers and stuff like that, like the Hulk, he gets super strength.
Actually, no, he's a pussy. Oh,
but it's like
Owen didn't do shit. He has powers.
Brick.
He didn't do shit. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I just like Hulk, man. Hulk just sticks with me.
I just like Hulk, man.
Yeah.
Good.
I just like seeing him. Like I was sad he did not make an appearance in the second Avengers.
But you're talking about
he did.
Civil War, you mean?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Shit. See, like I said, I like entertaining. I like for the entertainment.
Hey man, at least he's. I'm glad you actually know like the superhero's name, because I swear to God, if you were just. I like that big green dude, and I'd be like, okay.
See, your statement there though kind of proves my point. Is that all these superhero movies, especially the Marvel ones, are all just
confused.
They all just kind of blend together.
They're
all the same.
I take back everything I said. The Hulk reminded me of one superhero. He reminded me of the Thing. I hated Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was shit. Shit for.
Did you see the new one?
Why would I?
I haven't, but
why would I see it?
I've heard it's like the worst movie of 2010s.
Just ever.
Ever.
Okay, that's not true. Bridge to Everybody is up there.
There's definitely some worse movies out there for sure. Like Epic Movie. You ever seen that one? I saw the trailer as a kid. I thought it was so funny. I went to go see it with my dad. It was probably
that the one with the Alvin and the Chipmunks where they were like death metal?
That was disaster.
That was disaster movie. Yeah.
All those movies were shit.
Wait, what was Epic Movie?
Epic Movie was.
Wait, was that the one Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, Jack Sparrow and the Narnia thing. That was like one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and I
remember a superhero movie with Drake. Okay, I changed my mind. That's the guy who's a pussy. Drake Bell as was it Dragonfly? Firefly? I don't even know.
I don't even
know.
Just garbage. That was a bad movie too, but I rented that one too because I thought it'd be funny.
Oh yeah, we all did.
Damn. Okay, moving away from
garbage,
from superhero talk and all that shit. Pokemon Go has been released in Canada.
Yesterday,
yes. And
yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Sunday, July 17th.
Yep. Thank you for.
Wow.
Thanks for getting the date right, bud.
No,
That's good.
No, that's good. He's making this podcast historic. Like he's putting it in a time frame so that in the future, when people listen to this, like if they listen to it, like in 100 years, probably they won't ever.
100.
But let's say if they do, then they'll be like, wow, on July 17th, Pokemon Go came out in Canada.
I sure hope in 100 years that people have a better thing to do than listen to our bullshit. I really hope so. That's really unfortunate for whoever's. So anyone in 100 years that listens to this, thank you, but like I think you need to do something else. Like, go fix your flying car. Go fix your hoverboard. Like, just do something else. Don't listen.
Do we have hoverboards?
Yeah, we already kind of do.
Yeah,
kind of, but not
Kinda,
really.
yeah.
They're like kind of fake hoverboard things. Like, yeah. Anyway, but Pokemon Go. No, we've all downloaded it. I haven't really played it too much, but
probably the greatest invention I've ever heard. Like, it's so ingenious. I was out at 2 a.m. with my buddy, and there were people in the park helping you out. There was these two guys who drove up beside us and go, hey, there's an Onyx over there. And then they went up against the road and they're like, yo, you found it? And we're like, yeah. It's like, sick, bro. And they drove off. Like, it's so awesome. Like, the people are just going out.
It's bringing the community together.
It's awesome. I love it.
I think it's probably one of the smartest inventions that, like, Pokemon has ever had.
Whoever's
the prices when, like, they're, the money that they're getting.
Well, it's a free app.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess the people buy in, like, well, I mean, if you pay for it. Are there even in-app purchases? I haven't really.
There is.
Is there?
You
Yeah, I
buy
haven't really
coins
looked.
Or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
No, but I think it's really, really smart. Like the whole idea of
It's still in like starting. Like it still has so much to evolve.
Yeah, exactly. I have a question about it because obviously you guys know a lot more about Pokemon than I do. With this game, do you know if, like, for instance, when me and Jéreymi when we go to Brazil, right?
Yeah.
And say he has Pokemon Go on his phone, and he's doing it down there. Are the Pokemons going to be different down there, or
no? They'll be the same, but like I imagine there'll be a different variety. And like,
okay,
it's actually one of the things I didn't know about, but I found really cool was I thought it would just be roads and streets, but they have trails marked as well that you can walk through. Yeah. So like me and my buddy were doing laps while our egg was in an incubator, and we're trying to like.
I think that's one of the most interesting things that they've ever made then, because I'm so fascinated by the fact that the developers could have, with every single part of the world, created hotspots for where all these like.
I assume they made they worked with Google and Google Earth. Like they would have had to know where all these places are.
Definitely, but I think that's amazing. Like I think they must have spent so much time on that. Like, like especially like if it were like, for instance, like the Lower Mainland kind of thing. If it were just like, okay, like we did a map of like the Lower Mainland and we picked out the best spots in the Lower Mainland to do this, boom, there we have it, right? That wouldn't be as impressive. But considering that you could probably find every Pokemon somewhere in Abbotsford, considering that they have mapped out specific cities and specific hotspots in those areas and in those cities, I think that is incredible. I think that is so clever.
I'm going to say it right now. I've been downtown many times at night. Mm-hmm. I've never felt more safe and more like just like no, like I've never felt more like I have nothing to worry about because there's just
catching Pokemon.
No, because not even that. There's just so many people.
A robber comes up to you and you throw your little Pokeball at him to fight him.
Dude, I say, hey, you know what? There's an Onyx over there. I can't deal with you right now. So. And I won't screw with me because I have a buddy who I can add a chromosome to, and one dude who turns into a ball that can fuck you up real good. So if you mess with me, just heads up. Actually, I'd look at him dead in the eyes and be like, what are you going to do? And just combust. And actually, he'd probably just take my phone and walk away and be like, what the fuck was that? But anyway. No, but I'm just saying, like, when I go downtown, usually at night, there's usually like maybe like 3 homeless guys walking near the liquor store. Where I went down last night, and there were literally just giant groups of people like are walking around, like going in groups, just like seeing all the different places, going to gyms and stuff. It's incredible. Like I've never seen it before.
Do you think that this is going to be something that like happens for maybe like a week or two and then kind of dies off? Or do you think,
no.
Or do you think it'll kind of continue like for a long time?
It's definitely going to continue because I know you can only battle in gyms right now, and I know they're going to try and evolve it where you can battle each other and you can join like
that would be so interesting. That'd be if so you're cool. Like walking down the street
and you see some dude
with his phone and you have your phone and you both look up and you see that. Oh,
my only problem is hopefully you don't beat the wrong guy Because if you use some anger management, you know, you
yeah.
might just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna stab you, take your phone, and leave. So you got nothing to worry about though, because you just turn into a ball, you roll away. Just make sure you're by a hill while you're make sure you're beside a hill while you're like fighting someone.
Yeah,
or else,
Jéreymi only fights on hills. He stands at the top of
Lucas,
the
I don't
Abbey
really
grind,
Lucas, I don't really know what to do with you.
waiting for his next challenger.
Lucas would just be like, oh god, that's left. Wow. What? Oh yeah, I'm so big Rob. I have no powers.
Fuck, man, that would suck. But do you think that Pokemon Go is gonna like come out with like expansions and stuff and like add on new Pokemons and stuff?
Yeah.
Like that?
I think it's only going to expand with when like new phones come out, like when a new iPhone, new Samsung phone come out. I feel like it's going to
Like it'll be like Pokemon Go Pro
or something like something like that, because like I feel like they're going to add so much features that it won't be able to fit on one phone that we have now. I feel like we're going to have to get a bigger phone with more like gigabytes, more new things, that more space so because I know people are going to like dedicate. I'm not surprised if someone has bought an other iPhone just to dedicate space to Pokemon Go. I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably there has been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when did it come out in the U.S.? Like,
I would say like
a few weeks ago, right?
I don't. A few weeks. I'd just say a week, maybe week or two.
Only a week?
I would say I don't know. I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It hasn't been out long.
And then it came out to Canada a week later. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably then someone that's done that already, or probably someone that has like multiple phones going with different Pokemon Go's things and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, people are obsessed with this game.
Yeah.
I was literally just this morning added to an Abbotsford Pokemon Go group, and then people within the community are posting pictures of like, hey, this is here. Like I got this at this time. Like
okay. I think it's a great idea, this Pokemon Go thing, and I think it's really cool. But in the same sense, I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Like the fact that people are going to this extreme length to create a group where you post like, oh, go to this location to catch this Pokemon. That's so stupid. Like it's cool.
How
but it's
stupid!
also dumb.
How stupid of them of being generous of telling you where a Pokemon is. Oh yeah, no, you can walk over here. Thanks, asshole. What do you mean it's stupid? It's the great, like, it's
cool.
awesome.
It's cool, but, like, I feel like, in a sense...
The only part that's bad is that there's people at, like, 3 a.m. they'll throw a lure down in Mill Lake and hopefully want a kid that comes down there. Like, that's the only bad thing.
I think it's really cool. I just think, like, in, like, let's say our great-great-great-grandchildren, they're going to look back at our generation and be like, wow, these people would walk around the city with their phones catching Pokemon.
I would walk up hills both ways to catch a Clefairy.
Yeah,
Fuck. See, he's embracing it.
Oh man. Alright, well, I think on that note we can unless
Pokemon, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's go catch some Pokemon, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here and go to Mill Lake and catch some.
Hopefully we're not lured to the wrong people.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye, buddy.
Thanks for listening.
New power. Lucas learns how to end a podcast.